Hi everyone, Cindy Squirrel here. Earlier I showed you the comfrey and that through that path. There's a path over here too. And at the end of all these spruce trees on the property is Saskatoon berries. They're not quite ready yet. Well, let's go for a walk down my front yard. We'll come up that path. We'll go down this path. I really gotta trim this so I don't have to bend over. Oh, the ground cover. That was the best idea. I'm glad the lady that lived here before put it in. So you don't have all the long grass growing around stuff. That vetch is going crazy. Should trim these trees. So we've got a lilac and a lilac. And in between the lilacs are roses. So we have another lilac and then another rose. And then the apple tree that the bears come out of that bush across the road. And they help themselves to this. Some years it's just hanging, just loaded. Not quite as many this year, but as soon as they're ripe, if I don't pick them, the bears get them. Yeah, not quite as many as... I don't trim this tree because I'm not really sure how. I know there's probably a way. I'm not probably supposed to let it grow wild like this, but I figure, before there was man, who trimmed the trees? Oh, what's that growing in there? See that red? You see it? Is it something that I'm supposed to touch or not touch? Never seen those before. Anybody know what they are? I love this windbreak. The spruce trees. Oops, sorry. Am I making you sick walking too fast? Okay, we're at the roadside of the spruce trees, and I want to show you. This is Saskatoon berry. These are choke cherries. Now, Bob can't figure out why I can't tell these bushes apart. Look at those leaves. Look at them. Saskatoon berry is just a bit darker. It's got the serrated edge. Choke cherry. Come on, focus. Serrated edge. So, how am I supposed to tell these apart when there's no berries on them? That's a choke cherry. You can see the clusters. Let's see how the choke cherry is. A whole bunch of clusters. And Saskatoon berry. Saskatoon berry, choke cherry. Boy, the mosquitoes sure are loving me going for a walk. Look how tall these trees are. Oh my gosh. gonna sure like the trees. Yes. Daisy just loves these pathways. Oh, hello there, Thistle. Oh, Scotch thistle, maybe? It's not a sow thistle. She's gone crazy. Look at the shade under the apple tree. Isn't that spooky? Oh, I wish you could smell what I smell. All those roses. I guess you're supposed to trim all these suckers and get rid of them. Of lilacs, but I don't. Oh, here's Crazy Girl. Gosh, that dog's crazy. And there she goes again. And there she goes again. Oh, what an adventure I'm taking her on. And then we're back to the house. We call this area the park. It's got a crabapple tree. And you have to forgive me, I don't know all my trees. I love this one, it's so soft. Needles are so soft. And then my favorite tree, the tamarack. I always said I wanted a tamarack tree for a Christmas tree. Yes, I know. They're the only evergreen tree that's not always green. Tamarack loses its needles, it turns brown in the wintertime. You could put lots of decorations on it. Oh gosh, can't remember what this one is. This one's a pokey one. Those needles hurt. I don't know if you can hear the buzzing of the bees on the top of the tamarack tree. They just love them. Do you hear them? Now, we are in the boreal forest, so they say maple trees won't grow. So, to make a point, yeah, they will grow. This is a soft maple, but you see it's a bush, not a tree. It freezes off every winter and then grows again from the base. Now we do have a sugar maple over here. Those ones are jack pine. These ones here, that's a jack pine. Okay. So here's the sugar maple. Doesn't look much like a tree. Again, it will not grow a trunk up here. It just bushes. And you can see all the dead every winter. Most of it dies off and then it sprouts. And that's about as big as it gets. But sometimes those leaves are humongous. But that's the best we can do for growing maples up here in the boreal forest. I'm sorry, I just can't remember the name of this. It is some kind of a crabapple. It has, you see how it's got a red tinge to the leaves? It's just absolutely beautiful. And then it has the most prettiest pink flowers on it. And then you get these little crab apples. No, we're talking tiny crab apples. But this tree in the wintertime, will be full of, I call them spruce gooses, not quail, not partridge. Oh, can't think of the bird, the little bird. But they'll go up here in the wintertime, and that's what they eat, is all these little crab apples. And they just love them. And then we have another row of spruce.